Hello everyone, welcome to today's class, and our title today is Non-Smoker Fined for Dropping Cigarette. Let's move on to language focus. 1번. However, the police really do get it wrong sometimes. Okay, so we're going to focus on really do. Use really do with a verb to emphasize that something is indeed true. So really do는 동사와 함께 사용하여 어떤 일이 실제로 진짜는 것을 강조하는 표현입니다. 예를 들어, I really do like pizza는 나는 정말로 피자 좋아한다는 뜻으로 정말로라는 강조를 통해 피자에 대한 좋아함이 확실히 사실임을 강조합니다. 이 구문에서 do는 강조의 역할을 하고 really는 그 강조를 더욱 강하게 만듭니다. 주어와 동사의 원형이 함께 쓰이며 주로 긍정문에서 사용됩니다. So if we look at the example sentences, I really do intend to pay you back, but I need a little bit more time. 나는 정말로 너에게 갚을 생각이 있지만 조금만 더 시간 필요해요. Or, Tony and his little brother really do look alike. 토니와 그의 동생은 정말 많이 닮았다. So really do. It's very easy. So let's look at 2번 now. The photo did the trick. The person in the police's video of the incident looked nothing like Ms. Walton. So we're going to look at nothing like. So use nothing like to after a linking verb of the perception such as look, seem, sound, or taste to express that one thing is totally different from another. So nothing like는 look, seem, sound, taste와 같은 지각 동사 linking verb 뒤에 사용하여 두 가지가 전혀 다른다는 것을 표현하는 구문입니다. 이 구문은 두 가지를 비교할 때 차이가 매우 크거나 완전히 다를 때 사용됩니다. So, an example. She painted my portrait, but it looks nothing like me. 그녀가 내 초상화를 그렸는데 전혀 나 같지 않아요. Or Japanese curry tastes nothing like the curry they eat in India. 일본 카리는 인도에서 먹는 카리와 전혀 맛이 다르다. So nothing like. So in this situation, as we can see, they kind of comparing things that are very much alike. In this situation, they are comparing things that don't seem anything alike. Alright, now let's look at the language focus quiz. 1번. Really does help a lot. Okay, running back up to the top. Use really do with a verb to emphasize something is really indeed true. really do는 동사와 함께 사용하여 어떤 일이 실제로 진짜라는 것을 강조하는 표현입니다. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Let's say exercising really does help your health a lot. 운동은 정말로 건강에 많은 도움이 됩니다. Or 2번, I really do hope to, one of these days. I really hope to be successful one of these days. 나는 언젠가 정말로 성공하기를 바랍니다. Alright, 3번. Looks nothing like her young self. So looks nothing like, sorry. So remember, Use nothing like after a linking verb or perception, such as look, seem, sound, or taste, to express that one thing is totally different from another. So nothing like는 look, seem, sound, taste와 같은 지각동사 linking verb 뒤에 사용하여 두 가지가 전혀 다른 것을 표현하는 구문입니다. 이 구문은 두 가지를 비교할 때 그 차이가 매우 크거나 완전히 다를 때 사용됩니다. So this is a simple one. All you need is to put like a name. So like Tina looks nothing like, let's just ignore that, her younger self. Or her young self. So Tina는 예전 모습과 전혀 닮지 않아요. And music sounds nothing like, let's just say jazz music sounds nothing like hip hop music. So 재즈 음악은 힙합과 전혀 다르게 들립니다. Alright, now let's move on to the further discussion. 1번. Do you worry about identity theft? What do you do to prevent it? 신원 도용에 대해 걱정하나요? 이를 방지하기 위해 무엇을 하나요? I guess most people would worry about some sort of identity theft or some sort of fraud, hacking, etc. What do I do to prevent identity theft? So I try to change my passwords for all my emails and anything important on a regular basis, so no one can hack into my emails, etc. However, it's still very difficult to keep track of that. I have had people fake. They're very sneaky. They are very sneaky when it comes to people trying to hack your emails. If my best advice to people out there, always use like the two-step authentication. It's the most useful thing ever. And also, I got emailed by my own email recently, but it wasn't my own email. It's hard to explain, but it was my email sending something to me, but it wasn't my own email. I don't know how they did it, but it was a fake email sent to me by my email address. It's hard to explain. Anyway, the reason how I found out it was fake is they were very vague in their email. They were trying to get money out of me, and things that they would say were very vague. They didn't put my name. The details within the information were very vague. They weren't very specific. So how I figured it out was I emailed myself and found out that when I email myself, a different name comes up to what the fake email sent me. It's really difficult. However, yes, if something seems not right, do some research before you get too scared. Make sure you understand, read the email several times, see if it makes sense, look for important parts of the email if you think maybe it doesn't sound right. Report it to the police. Yeah, it's very difficult these days to know if your identity is being stolen. So yeah, it's hard, but I always try and change my email addresses I try not to lose any of my ID cards, etc. Have you ever been disappointed in a friend and thought, with friends like this, who needs enemies? 친구에게 실망하고 이런 친구가 있으면 적은 왜 필요할까? 라고 생각한 적이 있나요? Luckily not. I think most of my friends, it's not that I haven't argued with friends. I definitely have argued with a lot of friends, but most of my friends that I've argued with, I've always made up with. these days I choose not to have too many friends. I try to be very selective with my friends. I have had the feeling of example, now that I live in Korea, when I went back to Australia, I met some of my Australian friends and we haven't seen each other for like 3 or 4 years. And I realized that they and I are very different to what we were like 4 or 5 years ago. And we had nothing in common anymore. And it was very much like, oh, like we're different people. So like we're not as friendly as we used to be. Where I don't have things in common with you, so I'm not interested in your stuff, and you don't have anything in common with me, so you're not interested in my stuff. That sort of happened, but I've never been so disappointed where I thought my friend is sort of like my enemy, because yeah, I try to not to make too many friends these days. I'm not a person who's very outgoing. Anyway, that wraps it up for today's class, and I'll see you on the next class.
Fine.
Fine.
Litter.
Litter.
Make no sense.
Make no sense.
Appeal.
Appeal.
Do the trick.
Do the trick.
Creepy.
Creepy.